Hi, AB Talks. We're Ben and Ben, and this song is called "Could Be Something."
We always wanted to reach a place where we're able to connect with people on a deeper level. We were fortunate enough to meet each other then. It's something that we really share, and also, you know, hope to meet people with the same wavelength in our journey.
Okay, so first question, why Ben and Ben?
Okay. So the name Ben and Ben comes from our second names, Benjamin. And the thing about the story of the band is during the first few months, we didn't really know what to call this. And so before the band started, like, there was the idea to, because we had a couple of songs, and then we had to have like a name. So, let's just call it, a friend of ours suggested, maybe you guys can call it Ben and Ben, because you're both Benjamins. And then we had that rough name. And then when that happened, it happened at the same time we met everyone. And then, like, long story short, like a couple of months later, we decided to be a band. But then we were like, okay, guys, so since we're a band now, we must change the name because it can't be Ben and Ben, but we're 9. And then they were like, no, just keep it. Because, like, it'll be a good conversation starter.
How come there's no space between the Ben and Ben?
There's a deep meaning. No, just a preference. I mean, it's just like a...
It's because Ben and Ben has 9 letters and we're 9 members in the band.
But there's an ampersand though. It's not like A-N-D.
Just stay with his explanation.
Okay.
We're good.
Yes, and.
Okay, it doesn't bother, honestly, it doesn't bother you that you're 9, but you're stuck to a name of 2?
I don't think so. I mean, there's Fallout Boy.
Who is Boy?
Yeah.
Who's the boy?
And there's a Filipino band called Parokya ni Edgar, which means kind of like a
Church of Edgar.
Church of Edgar or House of Edgar, but there's no Edgar in the band.
Like what Miguel said, we actually just, it was fine, like, honestly. One, maybe because we're just tired of thinking of a name. But especially, I think, it actually made sense for us, in a way. Because, first, like, our frontmen are twins. So, like, no.
Really?
Yeah, we're the...
I know.
Yeah, so it kind of made sense. And I think we're secure enough, you know, to be
I
part
like
of this.
that.
Yeah. It's something that we all understand and agree on, that we're secured with each other, honestly, apart from like what people see outside, because we're all friends. We're really good friends, so yeah.
You don't see that. You see 4 people and they can't get along. How do 9 people? Families don't get along when they're like 4 in a house.
I think it's because we are essentially 2 groups of like 4 and 5 and 5 and 4. So when the 4 people don't get along, the 5 people can be like, hey, you just chill out. So I think the 9 of us do help to keep us more in balance. It's a weird phenomenon that I feel like the more you are, the more people you also have to look out for you.
Interesting.
When things aren't as smooth. Because like, if you are in a smaller group, it's like, it could get heated up like really quickly. So there's more room to dissipate the temperature.
That's a good way of put. And you guys were together in one place in lockdown?
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
Wow. How many fights?
Countless.
Too many.
purpose. You don't just, even your music, how you translate what you write and how you work comes with a purpose. And I like these words. Purpose has a message. And I wanted to know, like, what's your purpose? What's your message? And why do you do this? You don't have to do it, you know? And you've been doing it for now 6-7 years with the band. Maybe each of you before did something also, but it's 6-7 years is not a coincidence, in my opinion. You know, some bands come together, they make 2-3 hit songs, and then they separate, or they just have different ideas.
Yeah.
So what is the purpose? Why do you do what you do?
We had this realization again, because you know the thing with realizations is you remember it and then you forget it, and then you remember it and you forget it. But recently we remembered it again, and it strengthened us. It strengthened our purpose again, which is basically we released a song called Courage, and it was for those who were undergoing struggle and challenges in their lives, because where we come from, there's a lot of that, because a lot are breadwinners, really just struggling to survive, or even with our audience, like a lot are students, struggling with school, and we wanted to create something to help them keep carrying on with courage, and that's the line of the song.
I wanna see the world. I wanna see the world through your eyes. I've been so blinded by the painful.
We came from different backgrounds. We came from different schools. We came from different families. So we're very different as people, as individuals, and we have so many differences in terms of habits and values even. But the thing that really keeps us together is the purpose, which is to help people in whatever stage of life they're going through, whether they're going through heartbreak, or whether they're having a tough time with work, or stuff like that. We just really wanted to come together with the purpose of helping other people through music. You know how artists want to change the world. I mean, it's such a big responsibility to think about. Like, how the world is so big, how the heck am I supposed to how am I supposed to help all of these people? But we found that together through the music that we make, one song at a time, one person at a time, that it matters. It matters. No matter how small, even if, let's say, a song we put out isn't like a hit song within the first month, if as long as it touches at least just one person, it just needs to reach one person, and that's enough for us, really.
Who's the funniest?
It's
Okay. I like how you pointed at yourself.
Very confident.
Say a joke, say a joke. Give them a joke.
And who's the smartest?
Also me, for sure.
He's
100%. Easily. Just kidding.
Who's the most passionate?
Passionate.
Yeah, like very vocal about their passion. Like
Agnes. She's like, you're passionate about like being happy and bubbly and energetic, and she jumps so much. So like,
See, look at her. She's jumping now.
she's jumping now.
No, I think like I think the honest answer to that is we're all passionate about different things, but probably the aspect of that question, who's very vocal about it? Yeah, Agnes is probably one of those, because like she's very outward towards it. Some of the passions are more inward.
that's so true.
All right, so this next song is in Filipino, and it's called Paninindigan Kita, which translates to I Will Stand By You. And it's a love song. We hope you like it. Thanks, AV Talks.
Kakainis na ayaw mo maniwalang mahal kita. Ano pa bang
mong sasabi di mo lang ako paninindigan kita, mamahalin kita buong buo kahit sa pagdadako'y sa'yo.
What do you guys feel music means to the Philippines?
What a question. Music is, it's basically like, it's the soul. It's or like a big part of the soul of the Philippines.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think it's because I don't know, it's maybe in the water or something. There's something in the water. No. I think in the Philippines it's because there's a lot of struggle. So music is one of the ways that people rise above struggle and also connect with each other through the songs, through tradition, which has a lot of music in it. And yeah, I think the presence of a lot of pain and redemption and the cycles of that is why music really permeates through every part of society in the Philippines. And karaoke too.
Yes, I was going to get to that. Is karaoke a big thing
It's
here?
a thing with the Filipinos, of course.
No, not here.
Okay.
No, that is here also.
With the
here.
Filipinos
Yeah,
here.
But yeah, it's a really big thing in the Philippines. Like Agnes and I moved to a different neighborhood, and all sides of our compound, there's at least one. There's at least one who does karaoke until 12 midnight.
Why? Why do you think so?
Because they love to sing.
But why?
Filipinos love singing.
Why do you like to sing?
No, I think Filipinos are generally attuned to their emotions, and so that being, when you're filled up with that, you just have to express it. And one of the easiest way to do it is singing.
Yeah.
One, because of course, like what Pat says, we have a lot of karaoke's around, and it's always very inviting when you see someone singing. You just want to sing with them. So if you look at our TV shows, it's really like a chorus of people really just singing the theme song, and and so especially as well in our when we do concerts, it's everyone participates basically. When we sing our songs, we've understood that it's really about engaging with them, allowing them to sing with us actually. And so going back, it's really we're very expressive, I would say, in terms of, even if it doesn't people don't mind if they have a good voice or not, because it's really just about the heart, really. I want to sing this because I identify with this, or I feel this, and so I'll sing it. So yeah,
it's cool. And coming back to the idea of you being a group, what are the pros and the cons of being in such a big group? Let's start with whatever you guys feel.
Okay, I have one. One con is we fight all the time, but another pro is we fight for each other all the time. We're all flawed. I mean, we're all human, but because we love each other and we're passionate about each other, about our band, about our friendship, we fight to understand each other, especially during times where we don't see eye to eye. And yeah, that's one.
That's cool. You haven't spoken much. What's your opinion?
I think a lot of what they said is us being a big group is a double-edged sword. Basically, it's a pro and a con, but depending on how you see it. And I think because we value respect and understanding so much, and because we are friends foremost, we are friends. So I think respect and understanding is always at the top of the tier of priority. So I think all of us in this group also have a good sense of separation of self, and we have a good sense of seeing where another person is coming from. So talking about conflict and issues, it's a practice. It's a muscle you have to keep working on. And I think living in a house for like almost 2 years, it's helped a lot with that. It's like,
Yeah.
and that's something I think I'm very grateful for that, because without that experience, it's like it sped up the process of us knowing each other and being closer to each other.
Favorite memory with the band so far?
Favorite memory? We've been through so much together. It's so hard to pick just one.
One of them. It doesn't have to be the best, but something that you personally can't forget. Like it's a nice feeling or mix of emotions you had.
I'd say this trip we're in right now to Dubai. There were a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of learnings, a lot of beautiful things that came out of this trip. We had a meeting 2 days ago where we shared a new vulnerable side of ourselves, which deepened our understanding for each other, deepened our love for each other. And I saw how that translated into our music and our performance last night. This morning I was watching videos online of our performance last night, people posting. I got so mushy inside and I was like, whoa, my bandmates are so good. We did something special. That show we did was something very memorable and something that I will not forget because of how that happened. What came out of the beautiful vulnerability and the openness and honesty that we had the day before.
You're hearing this? It's like we're made for each other. Our show and you. It's like this is what we preach, vulnerability and communication and humanity and rawness and realness. And this is what we talk about every day. And to see how, like I love how what we preach has been applied into art and music and it was shared with people in a concert. Like how much goodness can come out to just being raw and vulnerable, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I think we have another good segment coming. Yalla.
Sunrise and moonlight, so hard.